welcome to Crafting with Lola and Oscar. Thank you guys for watching all of my videos. My last video for the new subscribers, the returning subscribers, the folks who are making comments. So this week, I got in my mail, and I'm so excited. It's so pretty. It's the Crafter's Companion Delightful Daisy collection. So what I'm going to do is I've made a couple of card designs. Some of them I've already kind of set up, and then I'm going to finish them up so you can get a general idea if you purchase the collection what you can do with it. For those who may not know, what came with the collection is some ribbon. You know, it's kind of the same thing. You know, they kind of do a lot of the same thing. Ribbon, you have some dies, so your dragonfly, butterfly, a little daisy, the little thing that goes in the middle, a little heart. I love that. And some of these, I think, some of them I won't be using, but I'm going to try and at least show you what it looks cut out. You know, to tell you the truth, I've cut this out, but I don't even know what this thing is called. Oh, it's called a charming daisy. Okay, yeah, that's what it looks like, a charming daisy. Yeah, so that, just one standalone daisy, which is pretty. I really like this one. I'll show you what I did with this one. And then you just have the daisy dies in themselves. And they are dimensional, so if you put them through and run them through an embossing folder, you do get all this texture, so to speak, which is pretty cool. Alrighty, love the embossing folder. Absolutely love the embossing folder. So I did a couple of cards with that. So I'm going to show you some different ideas that what I've done with the embossing folder. It is a 6x4 and it is a 3D embossing folder. So it's a 3D embossing folder and a stamp and die set. Okay. Now I didn't use this one, but I'll show you what it looks like stamped out. So that's what it looks like stamped out. So I'm going to be doing something with that later. And then you can either cut on the side or cut it all the way out. It's up to you. So the dies are in there where it'll cut out all together. Or again, you could just cut it where it's protruding halfway outside of the card. It has the word love you. Oh, love you. I'm here for you. And you. Oh, gorgeous. Well, that don't make it. It says love you. So it says, love you, I'm here, gorgeous. I'm here for you, I love you, I'm here for you, gorgeous. I don't know. I don't know. Stamps, y'all, stamps. All right, so that's that one. And then, let's see, so let me put that up so I don't get myself all messed up. Then it has this panel die, which I love this. I did use that one. So you'll see, let's see. So it looks like that. Love that one. So you can cut in the card and you can actually cut it out. So it has two dies. Okay, so that. Love that. I think it's so pretty. So we'll be using that. Another edgeable die. So this one I won't be using yet. And it looks like I had it here somewhere. I don't know what I did with that one. I don't know. But anyway, it's an edgeable die. And stuff somewhere. What else? Okay, then it comes with a 12x12 paper pad, which is absolutely beautiful. 8x8 vellum. Is this 8x8? Yeah, 8x8 vellum. It comes with the foam, so if you want to do your flowers in foam. So this is like a gray blue. Yeah, you can't tell with the light, but this is more of a grayish, a light gray, the green and the white. And then it comes with some beautiful linen card, which is so pretty. I love the colors. Linen card. And then a 6x6. I believe mine came with a 6x6. Oh, I might have ordered it separately. I can't remember. But this is what's in the collection. And the 6x6. The paper is absolutely gorgeous. And I think what I'll do is I'll take you through it real quick. Well, can I flip on the back? No, you can see. Let me take you through it. I just love the paper. So all the paper will have this kind of concept on the back. I think you get like 4 sheets of it. So you get some blues, some greens, some yellows. Let me show you what that one looks like. And they're close, but yet they're kind of a little different in shades when it comes to the greens and the blues. Yeah, so I'm just kind of go through it real quick. I love that one there. And then here's one that's kind of like the teal green, teal blue. Is it teal blue? Yeah. Okay, and then there's a yellow. Yeah. So 6x6 pad, the 12x12 pad. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get this video going, and I'm going to show you excuse me, some of the things that I've put together so far. I'm still working on them, but one I thought was really pretty. Well, I've taken this and I've created a dome card. This was one they did online, and I just kind of copied it. And what I figured out doing, I said, you know what, let me do something, because a lot of times when you do this stuff, you gotta keep cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. So I took some time, before we even get back to this, I took some time and I did a lot of cutting. I cut a whole bunch of leaves. I did cut up all of my, some more daisies, so that when I'm ready to craft, you know, the stuff is there. It's not like you gotta keep cutting. So I cut out some daisies by themselves. I cut out the leaves, and what I did with the leaves is I used some glossy accents, because other than that, it's just kind of dull. So as you can see how they kind of shine. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. So they shimmer. They look really pretty. You put it on, you let it sit so it'll dry. You can't just use it automatically. And it gives everything a really pretty sheen. The same thing with my little deals here. Put that on there. And then I've also put a piece of foam underneath to give it a little bit of dimension. Yeah. And then another idea is these. Now remember, that's the die I told you. I cut this out twice. I cut it out in green. And then I just put the green stem over the white stem. And it also gives it a little bit of flexibility. So I didn't put any glossy accents on this one yet. I'll probably do something with it later. And then here is another idea. These things take so long. These little doodads, like here, either you can color it or you can use the dyes, you know, color them or use yellow paper, whatever you want. However you want to design it. You can use the yellow paper, use white paper and color it. And this is what I came up with an idea. I said, you know what, I'm going to take some of my inks and I mixed them all up together and I put them on here. And then I used some of the glossy accent, put that on, let it dry. And then I just took a little bit of glitter, as you can see, and I put the fine glitter on top. And now I can take my dies and cut out as many as I want to without having to constantly do all that coloring. So that's a nice little hint tip, a little hint tip, little tip for you. All right, so that's that. All right, so let's take a look at this card right here again, which was one of the dome cards. Okay, and then I just use nesting dies, and then if I wanted to, it just depends, I could, you know, put my flowers around here, and with some of the leaves going down. And I'm not going to put these too much permanently on here right now, because I'm not too sure how I want it. And then we could have, I got so many leaves. Oh my God, I have so many leaves. I don't know why I have so many of these. Let's see, do I have another? No. Okay, so we could put, just gonna stick that like that. And then you can have one leaf going down the side. Stick that like that. Of course it's not going. Of course it's not going. All right, let me put a little bit of tape. Just for right now. And a lot of times I like to do stuff temporarily, because I may change my mind. So that's why, you know, unlike other crafters, I don't put my stuff down permanently unless I kind of know what I want. But we could do this right here. Okay, so we have that one going like that. Okay, and then you can still do a smaller one. We'll just put this little teeny one right here. I just I colored this one. Let's see. Here. And it does have butterflies and other little things. Then you could put one more set of leaves. No, actually, you know what? It's not the, it's a small, there's some smaller leaves. So we're gonna put, it's like this. Like that. This just gives you a general idea. Doesn't have to be this way, because I like that in this collection it does give you a couple of different types of leaves, which is pretty cool. And then different types of designs on the daisy itself, so that's pretty cool. I'm having no problem with this tape right now because I have a lot to do and I don't want to take all day. So we could put that one right there. Okay. There is a sentiment that I thought I had cut out, and I guess I did somewhere, but I don't know. There's a dragonfly in here that's really quite lovely. The dragonfly could be maybe like going in this direction if you wanted to put a dragonfly on that. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here for right now. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch of stuff, you know, but just something. You don't have to cover all 4 corners. There's no rule that says you have to. Why can't I get the tape going? All right, so we have our dragonfly. That'll probably be going down like that. And then you can put your sentiment on the inside. So that's one idea. And then the dome card. I haven't put anything on the inside. Okay. And you can also have something in here. You can put the glossy, and see, if you can see, you might be able to see that I did do the glossy accents on it. I'm not too sure. Maybe the lights are too bright. But that's one. That's one idea there. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to do another card. Let me show you this one. This is with the embossing folder. Now I've done one that I just did a traditional one. You know, no big deal. I used the glossy accents on here. I just did some simple matte and layering, and then you just have the inside, and then you can put another white piece of paper here to put your sentiment on. I did use my little paper crate. What is this thing called? Crimper. Little paper crimper. To do the edges, edge it up. I use some craft card, as you can see, and edge the craft card in black. So that was cute. I did run over it with some sparkle pen. Again, I'm not too sure if you can see it. Maybe a little too bright. So hopefully you can see that. All right, so that's that one. Now I have another one, and I want to show you the ones. So I did this. Oh yeah, here's this one. This is the one with the folder again. And what is that word? I can't think of what the word is. But I put ink on the inside of the folder so that when the folder ran through, the ink came out. I can't think of the word. And then I just did a little, just a little dimensional, put some little flat back pearls on here. And then I think this one is really lovely. And I am going to tape it down because I think I want to edge it. So I'm just going to put a piece of tape on the front right now. This is, again, just giving you an idea for what you could do. Make sure I got it going in the right direction. I do. And then this is a 5x7 card. And I just wanted a little bit of that white showing on the edge. Just a little bit. Okay. And then you can either put something on the inside of the card. You know, you could put, I don't really want to put a flower. I kind of like it the way it is. You might want to use a sentiment and just put a sentiment here. Maybe something here, maybe not that big, and then you can mat it. But you could put a sentiment on there if you like, or you could just leave it as is. That's kind of up to you. Okay. And then for the inside of the card, this 5x7, I just did some simple matting and layering. I did some edging around this piece here. I cut out one of the dragonflies. So, you know, when the papers are pretty, ooh, don't it hurt your heart, child? Oh, it hurt me to do that. It was painful. That's why you gotta get two, you have to get two, two pads, you know, so you can keep one and you know, like I said, keep one and stroke the other, or whatever that term is they say. Let's see. Now we got the front, right? Okay. This is a very simple one, just simple matting and layering. And then you can put on this, whichever whatever you choose to do as far as wording. And again, anybody who watches my videos know I don't like to put the words on my cards straight away, because I make so much stuff doing my crafting videos that after it just piles up, you know. And then when something comes up, and if I need a card, I can then break it out and then put the appropriate, that's not quite straight, but I can then put the appropriate saying, whatever I want to put on there. So we'll put this down like this. I'm trying to get it as straight as possible. And then I just edged this with a little bit of ink. And then we'll set that one right in the middle. Like that. And the dragonfly can go there if you choose, or you can put one here. That's up to you. And then that's that card there. Very simple. So that's card number 3. Let's see, I'm gonna put this, put that there. All right, so let's see. Now we're doing a shaker card. And I was like, what's another card that I can do? I was trying to think of another kind of card that I could do. And so this is a 5x7, but it's a shaker card, and it's a shaker easel card. So the simplest way to make a shaker card, an easel card, is to just, whatever size it is, 1/2 is just, you just fold it in half. That's all you do. And then the part that you want to slide down is only going to be glued on part of the card. So this is our shaker. And there's a couple of things here I wanted to tell you what I did with all this. What I've done with this is that embossing folder again. And it's so pretty. I did the same concept what I used some glossy accents on, but I've actually put some iridescent stuff in there. Isn't that cute? So cute. And then I just made a frame and I layered it up. I gave it some dimension, so I put foam around it twice and then cut out the frame. So for this, and again, I'm not going to put it down permanently, but I'm going to go ahead and put some tape here and put some tape here. Okay. And then I'll just center this. Now hopefully it'll stay with this little temporary tape. And I really didn't feel the need to put anything else here on it. So now you have this cute card that sits up like that. Is it centered? It's not quite centered. And then for the shaker, for the stopper, I use that beautiful, now I ain't gonna lie, I had little problems with this stopper. So this die is at, what was it called? Delightful die? Let me see if I can find it. Because I know somebody's gonna ask me, what die is that, Lola? Okay. So it's this die here. This is the die. It's called Charming Daisy. And you can paper piece this and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, ain't nobody got no time, especially when the pieces start getting like that or like that. I was like, I don't want to do that. So, but this is the Charming Daisy die. And what I did was and this took me a minute because I wanted to have a hard piece back here, a solid piece. So I took the die and I drew around the die and then I cut it out so I could have just one backing. Then I took some ink and went around the edges, cut out the die itself again twice. And then by having glue, I took a little bit of glue actually and laid it over all of this right here. So I just put the glue all over here. Then I cut out the die twice, laid it on top, and then I just poured the glitter, as you can see, poured the glitter inside. And then I used some little miniature flat back pearls. So with this one, I am going to take, okay, you want to get down now, Oscar? Oscar, you want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. You can't see him. There he is. He's sleeping. All right. So I'm going to take actually some of this off. Ooh, don't hurt yourself. How many of y'all ever hurt yourself with the pokey tool? I'm telling you, this pokey tool is something, honey. I like my easel cards to really sit up nice and tall. So I'm going to go for nice and tall. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my little stopper here in the center. And then there you have a really, really cute little easel card that's also a shaker card. You do have room on the back here. You could always put a message on the back here of the card, and then what happens is it just folds down flat and goes into your envelope. Very, very simple. So that's really, really darling. I like it. Not too hard, really easy to make. Couple processes. It was a couple of processes. Okay, so we have that one. Okay, and then two more. Now, I want to show you how I made this one. And I can't remember what this is a dimensional, it's actually a 6x6 card. Okay, but it is also dimensional where you can have this sit up like that. So as you can see, like that. So what I did with this card is I utilized the some gilding wax. I did a couple of things with this card, and I'm going to make one. This is the one card I'm going to make, go through all the process pretty much here. So let's do that. And and so you have this panel that sticks underneath here. Okay. And then you have this whole side that you can actually put flowers on. And that's up to you how you want to put them on. You could put maybe some of the longer flowers on with that stem. You don't want to put too much because it's kind of busy already. So you do have these little flowers you can put on like that to go down the sides, or you could just do the flat daisies and put them on with some leaves going down the side as well. So that's the advantage of cutting out a whole bunch of the daisies and the leaves and stuff in advance, and then you can just have a little tray like this and then just pick from it and figure out how you wanted to do it. But let me give you all the particulars for this card. I cut another one out and I did it in green. And I'm going to actually, all these cards are going to be Mother's Day cards somehow. I'm going to turn them into a Mother's Day card. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, here's that die, the edgeable die I cut out. I couldn't find it, y'all. I'm sorry. So this is the edgeable die. That's what that looks like. Okay, so you can cut it out by yourself or you can cut it into the card. That's that. All right, so for this card, we're working on this project. You're going to need a piece of acetate for your window. You'll need a piece of 1 inch or something, at least to give it a little depth so you can have that little piece of card to slide underneath. So I just use some chipboard. Okay, you'll need that. You'll need 2 panels, obviously, and then some flat back pearls of your choice. You know, I have one that has a different colors and I'm choosing green. Now, what I have done, and then you'll need a 6x6 card. Now, for the purposes of the video, I've already covered the front of the card. I opened the card up and I put the cutting edge on the cutting part of the die, cutting from the inside out, because we're going to be making a frame for this. Okay, so this is going to go like this, and I will show you. Okay, all right, so now this is all cut out, so all I have to do is just pull it out and this will open right up. Okay, and then you can always again do something with this, which is nice, and I can't get it off, but so that, remember I told you how this die, it comes with the, excuse me, the border as well. So that's that. I just want to show you how I did the window part. So I have used some acetate right here. We'll put the acetate right here. Okay, and let me see if I can get that off. Okay, so now I have this sticky side down, and I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And one thing I didn't tell you on this 6x6, because you do need to do some scoring. Oh, dang. Okay. So on your 6x6, you're going to score this at 1/2 inch and 3.5. If I'm correct, let me see. Yeah, 1/2 inch. No, I mean 1 inch. So you're going to score at 1 inch and at 3.5. Okay. So we have that on the inside, and I do need to trim this right here. Got a little bit I'm going to trim off. Gotta do it on against the black table or I end up cutting the paper. Okay, now we have our window. Okay, and then from here I'm going to put tape all the way around one and tape only around this side, because this one is going to go right here, and I'll show you that in a minute. So now that you have this here, and the reason why I didn't cut into the card on the inside, I needed this to be able to stick down inside. So by cutting from the inside out, now I have something that this is going to stick on. Whereas before, there would be nothing for it to stick on. So now I'm just going to simply sit it right down in here, and it should fit perfectly right in here, right on top of the acetate. Okay, just like that. Perfect. And then I am going to push it down to make sure it adheres great. Okay. All right, so now we have this part right here. Okay, very easy. The next step is I'm going to take this one and put it on my chipboard piece like this. And I want to get it as even as possible. And also, I didn't cut out the paper, which I thought I did, but I guess I got sidetracked. I didn't cut out the paper for the inside. But the best thing to do is I lined it up like with my blue paper. I did my best, and I'm going to show you, to line up the patterns so that when the card is slid behind this little section, it doesn't, you can't even tell that it's the same paper, but you can see that the pattern was not disrupted. It just looks, it will flow just perfectly. Okay. All right, so we have this. Now this is gonna, now I'm gonna turn this around to make sure I can see. So what I'm saying is, you see how you have this flower here, and then I have this flower here. Now see how that is connected? So and that's what I wanted to do. I want to be able to put this here on the edge like that, so that when I go to tuck this part in underneath, it will go in perfectly. And then also, when you cut it, the paper here, you're going to cut it so that this and this will continue as well. And I'll show you that on the blue card. Okay, so let's stick this one on. And we are done. This is the Crafter's Companion Delightful Daisy collection. I just wanted to show you a couple of things that I did with it. Make sure I got this going right. Okay. And this is not the whole, so I'm going to put this like on the very edge. Like that. Then I'll press down. Like that. And then that's going to go against here. But I think what I want to do is I'm going to put this down temporarily because I need to cover all this. Actually, I'm going to get my 6x6 pad out and see if I can find the matching to this. And then we'll finish this part up later because it takes a few minutes to kind of get that going. Now, what is it? Oh, that's this one here. I'm going to go ahead and put this one here like that. So I'll go ahead and glue it down. Yeah, it's not going to be totally perfect. Wait. So I'm going to go ahead and put this paper down. And then I'll cut the rest of it later. Way too much glue. Oh my goodness. I just want to get it around the edges. It's hard to tell. Well, I'm going to go this route. So this whole thing is 6 by 6 with a little teeny edge border around the sides actually. So we have that like that. And then I'll go ahead and cut some more, because I don't want to waste the paper, right? I'll probably just go ahead and cut this same pattern to fill these two up like I did the blue one. As you can see with the blue one, I just covered that up like that. Another thing what I did was I just snipped the edges, or you could use a little rounder, but I didn't want to cut too much off, so I'm just going to snip just a little bit off the edges right there, so it'll tuck a little bit easier. Okay, like that. And then we stick this one here, very edge, like that. Is that on the very edge? Yeah. There we go, very edge. And hopefully it won't stick all the way down. Now this will stick right, and this will slide right in. And I do need to do a little bit more. Ooh, my paper broke. Oh, my paper broke. That's okay, because we're going to use gilding wax. See, now that'll stick right in just like that. Just like that. So the next thing, I'm going to use some of this really pretty gold. I think this is called Empire Gold. Remember, you only need a little, just a little. You don't want to mess yourself up. Just a little to go around the edges of this entire card. And now it's just all about putting whatever flowers you want to put on. Okay, and again, I'll cover that up later. We stick this in here like that. Okay. Ooh, did it stick to? Oh, there we go. So we have that one like that. Now what we can do is just look at decorating these cards in this part right here. Now for this one right here, you might want to take these little doodads. That is the Crafter's Companion Delightful Daisy collection. And I've given you a couple ideas. We have these cute little cards that slide like that, open up. They fold right down for, you know, especially if you don't get too busy here now. You know, as long as it's nothing protruding too much, they'll fold right down and go into an envelope and go into a post. So that kind of gives you a somewhat of an idea what you could do with that. You'll need some acetate, remember. You'll need some red lining tape or some tape that will work. A little piece of chipboard to give it a lift. Remember, we wanted to give it a lift. So here's that one, just in general. You know, and this always, and then you also can use your foam, because remember you got the foam. So you can use the foam as well. You have the easel card, sits up like that. That's absolutely cute. So it's a shaker card, an easel shaker card. Just, you can see that one more time. Then we just have a simple one with the embossing folder. Just very, very simple. Let's see, another embossing folder one. And then very simple. So I believe, do I have one more? Oh yeah, and then we had the dome card, the 6x6 dome card. There's nothing is in there, but that's it. So I hope you like that. I hope this gives you some ideas of what you can do with the Crafter's Companion Delightful Daisies collection. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.